Singapore is now at a crossroads between the United States and China, and it must choose one. As China's authority grows bigger the region every day, and the US closing in to counter that, Singapore, as many other Asian nations, will soon have to decide on whose side they will stand. But why is Singapore so important to both superpowers? How does their position affect world trade? And is Singapore's kiasu philosophy going to save it from the inevitable? Join us today as we explore Singapore's struggle with foreign influence. Unraveling the kiasu foreign policy. To fully grasp the intricate situation in Singapore, it's essential to understand the details of its distinctive diplomatic strategy. This involves understanding the essence of its kiasu foreign policy. Rooted in the term kiasu, which embodies the deep fear of missing out, this policy has far-reaching effects in the world of international relations. Singapore carefully steers its course by maintaining open lines of communication with major global players, avoiding clear alignments with either China or the US. This delicate balancing act is driven by the desire to safeguard its own interests and maintain flexibility in its relationships. However, as tensions between these two powerful nations, China and the US, continue to rise, Singapore's steadfast commitment to this nuanced approach faces an array of unprecedented challenges. The evolving global dynamics and shifting alliances demand adaptability and a robust assessment of risks and opportunities. The increasing complexity of this predicament puts Singapore's diplomatic acumen to the test, as it navigates through a constantly changing geopolitical landscape while upholding its principles of sovereignty and independence. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe. China's subtle machinations. As China asserts itself as a major global power, its influence casts a sprawling shadow across Southeast Asia, encompassing countries like Singapore. China's intricate strategy involves leveraging its economic strength to its advantage. This includes creating favorable trade conditions, making strategic investments, and orchestrating cultural diplomacy campaigns with precision. Through these measures, China has not only elevated its standing on the world stage, but has also skillfully cultivated a positive image among the people of Singapore. This calculated cultivation of goodwill is a core part of China's strategy, as it aims to position Singapore as a crucial player on its multifaceted geopolitical chessboard. This interplay of economic prowess and diplomatic finesse has far-reaching implications, shaping not only China's role, but also the geopolitical dynamics of the entire region. The diplomatic stand with the US. The unique connection between Singapore and the United States holds historical roots and is fortified by shared interests in both finances and security. Yet the escalating tension between the US and China introduces a new layer of intricacy to this relationship. The US has a strategy named Indo-Pacific, aiming to counter China's influence. This strategy brings an added complexity to Singapore's role. They must deftly navigate a delicate path, maintaining their strong friendship with the US while avoiding unsettling China. It's a complicated situation trying to satisfy both partners without causing harm. This diplomatic coordination highlights the intricate balance Singapore must seek in a shifting geopolitical landscape. Balancing on a geopolitical situation. Here we have Singapore, positioned on a challenging tightrope of global politics, confronting a significant test. Sandwiched between the ambitions of two superpowers competing for dominance, Singapore faces the critical responsibility of upholding its autonomy and protecting its crucial interests. This demands a careful approach to avoid upsetting either of these giants. Singapore's strategy involves skillfully managing its relationships with both China and the US, while simultaneously guiding the ship of stability through the turbulent waters of this intense rivalry. Public sentiment versus elite wisdom. An intriguing paradox unfolds within the intricate fabric of Singapore's internal dynamics. While the general populace may lean toward China, primarily due to strong economic ties, a more intricate tapestry of opinions emerges among the intellectual and decision-making echelons. Within these circles, a subtle and complex understanding of the situation comes to light. The assertive maneuvers and influence campaigns by China have prompted the discerning minds of Singapore's policymakers to delve even deeper. This introspection is grounded in a broader perspective that extends beyond national borders, incorporating the nuanced dynamics of the region and the complex strategic puzzle at hand. This multifaceted approach reflects Singapore's endeavor to navigate the complex landscape while considering a myriad of factors that influence its diplomatic choices. China's beliefs and how Singaporeans see themselves. Now, let's explore something truly intriguing: the gap between China's perceptions and how people in Singapore view themselves. Here's the scoop. China seems to assume that because some folks in Singapore share similar backgrounds, they should be really close buddies or something. But hold on, it's not quite that straightforward. Just having common roots doesn't automatically mean they'll see eye to eye on everything. And this is where things start to get interesting. It's like a blend of culture and those high-stakes international politics. China's notion that shared heritage equals shared thinking highlights the intricate dynamics that arise when you mix cultural identity with the complex global chessboard of politics. Pondering the path forward. Singapore's journey forward is intricate and laden with a range of challenges. Consider this: China's influence is steadily growing, and the US is rallying its allies, including Singapore, to counterbalance China's expanding power. This is where Singapore's unique foreign policy, the kiasu approach we discussed earlier, faces its ultimate test. It's similar to a significant examination for Singapore's method of engaging with other nations. Think about the complexity of trying to maintain values, protect independence, and foster crucial friendships. This delicate balancing act resembles a refined art, and it plays a pivotal role in shaping Singapore's future, almost like charting its destiny. A global microcosm, a look at the big picture. The circumstances in Singapore aren't limited to being an isolated incident. They are part of a larger tapestry. Think about it. Numerous other countries, much like Singapore, are grappling with comparable challenges. These nations are positioned in the midst of conflicts involving major global powers, just like the China-US confrontation. Therefore, Singapore isn't standing alone in this context. The strategies Singapore employs to make decisions and navigate these intricate waters can be seen as a condensed version of global dynamics. It's comparable to capturing a snapshot of the intricate interplay between power and politics that's shaping the destinies of nations worldwide. But how did China become so powerful to the point of challenging the US in the region? Click here to find out.